Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. As part of Sim Update number 7, Flight Simulator received a nice update in the weather section. In this video we're going to look at how to use that functionality. To use that functionality you need to go to the weather, and inside the weather you now have the option to click METAR, which shows the live weather currently at the airport. If you select it, you will get this. But what does this mean? Very good question, right? Well, and that's where you can use the METAR decoders for. There are several ones on the internet which allow you to copy this text string and then we'll say set it to a readable format. So the first thing I want to show you is that you can select multiple airports, right? So in this case I can select Somerton, but there's no METAR information available. And I can scroll down and then I can even make it bigger and then pick, for example, Castro Airport, also no METAR. Wellington, also not. It goes nice, right? So one of them which has it is not Yuma, but it's Yuma MCAS/Yuma International. So what does this text string mean? Well, the first piece refers to the ICAO airport identifier. The second part is the day, which is the 19th, and then the time in UTC/Zulu, depending on the time frame. Then we've got this nice one, right? It says 02007 knots, which means that the wind direction is 20 degrees and the speed is 7 knots. Then we've got the 7 SM. Depending on where you're flying, this might be different because it tells you something about the visibility that can be either displayed in SM or in KM or in NM. So be aware of that. Then we've got this one, View 200. That means 20,000 AGL. As far as I could figure out, I thought initially it meant, hey, there are clouds roughly at 20,000 AGL, and I think that that's the case. But in this case, I used, I would say, one of the web widgets to translate the METAR, and it showed something different. But I just used another one, and it shows indeed it's this means that there are few clouds at 20,000 feet. Then we've got the 2303. Which means the temperature is 23 degrees and the dew point is 03 degrees. Followed by the altimeter, which is 30.6. And then we've got the nice RMK. And RMK stands for remarks. In this case, the remarks is that there's nothing, so that's good. AO2 in this case means the automated station with precipitation discriminator, nasty word, and SLP means the sea level pressure. In this case the sea level pressure is 1017.7 HPA. Then we've got the temperature and dew point again, so 23.3 degrees and 2.8 degrees Celsius. We've got the 6-hour maximum temperature, which is this one. So in this case, it means that the maximum temperature in the last 6 hours is 23.3 degrees. I'm wondering where the 10 then stands for. You would expect it would be the last 10 hours, but probably that's me. Then we've got the next one, which means the 6-hour minimum temperature, which was 13.3 degrees. And then we've got the 50.006, which means the amount of change. So that's the pressure increasing or decreasing, which is 0.6 HPA. So nice that they have added this. However, it would have been even nicer if they would simply translated this in human language. Probably for professional pilots, this is, I would say, a piece of cake. But for us, as I would say, maybe flight sim fanats or maybe I would say amateur pilots might not be, I would say, completely clear. Well, probably for amateur pilots it does, but maybe not for flight simmers. So that's cool, right? So you can change the options here to make sure that it's the live weather also, and you can press the buttons here. Of course, when flying and coming closer to other airports, you can select other airports. It looks like there's a maximum range of 32 miles currently in the tool, which makes sense because else you will keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So a nice addition to Flight Simulator Sim Update number 7. What would be nicer, rephrasing myself, would if it being that it would show the real weather, I would say, or at least explain the weather instead of this. I do think that if you would disable this, you can see the other things here, right? Those are the weather layers which you can do. So be aware that if you're enabling this option, you can only request the METAR information and you can't change the weather yourself. Then you need to disable the live weather. Nice tool. I would say some feedback to Asobo, maybe make it, I would say, possible to also show what it really means for us as, I would say, flight sim pilots. Here ends this video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos, then consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.